So I just pressed record on this video, and it is my intention in this video to tell you more about my healing journey, what I have been doing in the last 2 years, how that was for me, what I've learned, and about all the wonderful and most amazing things I'm about to do in the upcoming time. I really want to speak to you like you are my friend, because you are my friend. We are all one. And to share lessons, to share experiences. And I did not prepare this video in a way. I just would love to start talking and start sharing, because I believe that's the most authentic and the most real to you. Talking about being real, in this journey, I truly discovered I was always looking for someone who could be real with me and who could be honest with me. And that was one of the things that I truly knew when I started my journey of helping women. I wanted to be that person. However, at one point, I truly needed to find myself in a way where I was not doing things outside of myself. I was truly finding myself from the inside. And so that was very much what I have focused on in the past 2 years. Like the reason why I started doing healing work is because I felt very much like I reached a ceiling in my life whereby I achieved all my dreams that I had set, and it felt very empty for me. And I lived in 5-star hotels. I had this specific lifestyle, and that was something I've dreamed of all my life. And of course, like, I had my business, and it was just normal for me to have this success, what other people see as success. I didn't see it as success anymore. I just saw it as something natural for me. It didn't feel like success to me anymore because it was so easy for me. So I remember very well that I was in the world of Astoria in Dubai, and I looked over the ocean and I was talking with God, and I asked the universe, please make it difficult for me. Like, put me in the mud or somewhere, something like this feels too easy. And I was like, why am I asking this? Because I finally reached all my dreams. And that was a very specific moment I remember, whereby I asked something and I was like, okay, let's see how this will unfold. At that time, I also met my twin flame, which I have been in a relationship with, and that's also something I needed to heal from because we are separated right now. And so that was, I met him, like, I knew him before he also was my client. However, we were in a romantic relationship from around August 2022. That's when my healing journey started. And when I also started working with an energy healer, who was the first person who really brought me in touch with my spirituality. And so he did an energy session with me when I was in Dubai, and this specific person was in the Netherlands. And we met via Zoom, and he gave me a healing session via Zoom. And that was also the moment when I understood that energy is everywhere, and it doesn't matter where you are, everything is connected. So he wanted to do this specific healing session with me, and I felt his energy inside my energy system when I was in Dubai and he was in the Netherlands. So at that moment, I understood that we can tap into other energies via, it doesn't matter where you are, everything is connected. And that moment truly led me to a spiritual awakening, whereby I understood how the world truly works and who you actually are as a human being. And my whole world flipped upside down because my perspective on the world changed. And that was very difficult for me to live with because I didn't know anymore how to control my energy. I was manifesting very, very quickly, and I was manifesting very big things I never manifested before. So there was specifically that moment about big deals. I was dealing with a lot of deals with a lot of money included, and also a lot of people included whereby I previously looked up to. So and I attracted these things with my energy, and I at that moment didn't really know how to control it. So I truly attracted all these things. However, before that time I never really worked on my traumas, so I attracted these things, and then my personal self wasn't truly ready to attract these things, as I still believed certain things about myself that were not true. For example, that I wasn't worthy of these things, or that I wasn't good enough. And I can say these things now because I worked for a very long time on myself. But that specific time, I had no idea what was going on with me. I also had no idea why I, cried so much when I went to sleep, or why I've always felt so lonely, or why I needed so much sleep, or why I felt a bit stuck. I didn't really feel purpose anymore, or like a reason to wake up. I had every day, I had, room service, and that was just like, it was so normal for me. And I just felt like my life felt a bit like directionless, like I felt a lack of purpose, which is truly a gift when you feel that, because that means that you achieved all the dreams that you set. And I did that in 2.5 years after I quit my dream job at Christian Dior Couture. And I should have been very proud of myself. However, I was judging myself constantly. That's also something I learned about trauma, that I did that because I grew up in an environment where other people were judging me. Like, I grew up in a family whereby I got very much injected the limiting beliefs of my parents and how they saw me. So I started to believe those things. That's something completely normal, because before you are the age of 7, you are a sponge. You take everything what other people say around you as true, and you start to believe these things, unless you start doing work of rewiring your subconscious, not only your subconscious, but also your whole energy system, because these things are storing into your body. Now, what I truly discovered during my healing journey, that all these things indeed were stored in my body. And I have worked with around 10 plus therapists, like so many different people, like therapists, psychologists, healers, but also one lady who did very physical work. She did a sort of massage with like pressure points, and after I did that massage with the pressure points, I got in touch with my feelings, because I set up my entire career, my entire success based on fear. If I look back, many people do that. That's just a survival a way of operating your life. If you never worked on trauma healing, actually you have always lived your life mainly from fear. It's just automatic. So what I mean with that is, I was afraid to fail, so that's why I wanted to succeed. That's an operation from fear. Okay, so she brought me in touch with my feelings, which I've never really felt before. Before that, I also did ayahuasca, by the way. That was also a journey. I have so much to tell you. This will be an overall story like video. So she brought me in touch with my feelings, and I felt a lot of fear in my body. I felt a lot of fear for one very specific person, and I'm going to tell you more about this person in this video if I feel ready for it. It's really a journey for me to share all these personal details, because it's very, very personal. However, I share it because that's my purpose, and I do it whenever I feel aligned of sharing it. So I was very afraid for one specific person. I got in touch with my childhood traumas, and I got flashbacks about these traumas. And these traumas are very much, the topic is very much about not feeling safe, and the fear of that someone physically does something with you to hurt you. And so after I left from that room, from that massage room, it was like a massage like room, I really felt so unsafe. And I actually stayed for a very long time in the same house as that specific person, and I needed to go back to that house because yeah, I'm going from in the story in the timeline from different times, but in 2023 I was at a point whereby I could not make my own food anymore, so I needed to ask for help, and there was only one person who could help me, because if you are not able to make your own food anymore, I mean, you cannot just ask, you know, someone. There's surely someone who needs to, like, you know, provide you with a house and provide you with yeah, actually looking over someone, because it's dangerous if you live alone. So I couldn't live alone anymore. At that time I moved from Barcelona, where I lived with my twin flame for some time, back to London. I lived there alone, but I felt like I couldn't make my own food anymore, so I lived with that specific person in a house. But I had that specific massage with the touch points, and I needed to move, go to that house, but I had so much fear. I had the fear of dying. So much fear was inside of my body. So we could say, like, I was extremely traumatized, and I didn't even know that in my life. I had no idea what trauma was. I always thought I had like a very normal childhood, and mainly when very traumatizing things happen with you in your childhood, you develop a coping mechanism that you forget these things and that you suppress these emotions and feelings away so that you can live a normal life. However, then you live that life based on those coping mechanisms and based on that fear of experiencing it again. And that will be stored in your body if you do not work on it. And that were also the feelings that I felt in Dubai, because I never worked on my traumas before. And I discovered that these feelings were like coming up into my life when I was 25. And I am 27 now, by the way, so you have some perspective. Yes, that was truly the moment when I got in touch with those feelings, and when I discovered, okay, this is inside of me and there's something I need to do about it. In my journey, I have felt extremely lost because I was searching for people who could help me. However, that search was truly, I felt like I was in a jungle. I felt like there are so many people who say that they can heal, they can do this, they can do that, but who do you trust? And at that time, I was still with my ex-partner, and he comes from a very spiritual background. So my ex-mother-in-law also helped me and referred me to people, and my ex-partner too. However, these people were quite very much different than me, very spiritual. They didn't understand like the world of luxury or the world like where I feel comfortable and aligned with myself. So I truly felt like, okay, I'm learning from all of these people, but do I truly trust them? And that's where I discovered where my where it comes from, that I used to be very much a people pleaser, whereby I wanted to make other people feel good all the time and be inauthentic to my own feelings. That also comes from a childhood experience whereby I learned this, that I truly needed to please others to receive love, and that develops itself like in your adult life. And so I trusted all of these people like who were helping me, but actually I knew inside of me with which one I could trust and which one not. Also because of course I have helped countless hundreds of women myself in my career, and I know very well what I am doing with women. I know very well how to get women to a certain result in a very healthy manner, and so I actually deserved someone like myself too, and that has to do with my self-worth, that I was so not seeing myself. And I actually couldn't find a person who could truly help me. That was truly my story, that I was truly trying to find people, and they helped me in their way and their best ability, and I'm extremely grateful for all the people who helped me. However, the most of the healing work, I did that myself. I did that myself by learning from all those different people and then applying what I learned from them and trusting my own intuition of, okay, this works from them, this works from them, this works from them, and healing from there. And this journey took me 2 years to understand how it works to heal. And in my healing journey, I have also, when I felt better, but I was still in my burnout, that I still didn't have much energy, I have also helped hundreds of women actually in the biggest network of female executives and founders in the US. I helped them heal online with everything I learned. And these results have been truly mind-blowing in terms of I can feel in other people's energy system where they are blocked in their system, and then I can help them heal that. And we have seen so many crazy things of what these women experience. Going back to all the people who helped me, when I was in that house with that specific person I was very afraid of, I have also had around 3 months that I was in my bed. I almost didn't eat. I could not take care of myself. I did not leave that specific room because I had so much fear inside my body and I did not know what I should do. Now, the women who helped me with the touching points, she helped me so much. She helped me, like what I mean with she helped me, she was there for me. We were FaceTiming sometimes an hour or 2 per day because I had so much fear inside of my body. And when I now look back, I would know exactly what to do, how to get me out of that fear in 5 minutes. But back then I had no idea what was going on with me, why I felt that fear and why I did not, dare to leave my room or dare to walk outside. I just was so afraid. And how I got out of that is with a specific technique, which is called integrational eye movement, whereby this is a technique that I got a treatment from a specific man, from my ex-mother-in-law, like via her network, who did that technique with me. I believe in that technique. If it's applied well with a person who is truly trustworthy, and because of these treatments, I could get out of my bed again. And I started living a more healthier life, which was around April, May 2024. There I gained around 10 kilograms. So I started, losing the weight, and I started also with eating better and healthier, because I at that time also had still my eczema and menstruation problems, which are now solved after around 3 years of having so much pain during my menstruation and having eczema in my ear, which is now gone, which I'm extremely grateful for. So now you hear me talking about all these experiences because there are so many different themes of things that I needed to heal. It were not only physical symptoms or limiting beliefs or feelings inside of my heart, or things I did in my career, judging myself. It were as I say, there are so many different things that I have healed, and they're actually countless. And that's because what we are as human beings, we are light and we are love. And that's the only thing there is. And everything that is not life and that is not love is something that is injected from you when you came here. That is other people's projection, and which is not truth. And that's why we are human, right? If we were all light and love, we could not be human. So there are so many things that are projected on us. And I have had the ability to truly understand this in a very deep way. Like, my life was very, things just happened. Okay, yeah, I always believed I was here with a purpose, and I always knew from I think I see a bird now flying, from the age of 17, that I was going to be one of the most important people on earth in terms of impact. And I felt this deep inside of me, and I always felt like I was living in a movie. And this chapter in my life, which is the dark page of the movie, truly needed to be there. I believe, what is the purpose of a life when it's just about simple happiness and joy when there's no contrast? What is happiness and joy when there's no contrast? Then it's normal. However, happiness and joy is not normal. It is the most fantastic feeling you can feel. However, to be able to feel it, there must be contrast. And I truly believe, after healing so many different things, you are truly standing in your light when you have found your darkness. And I'm going to say that again. You are truly standing in your light when you have found your darkness. Because then you are shining light on the darkness, and you make the darkness inside of you light. And that's truly when you elevate as a human being. And that's truly about my story, and how these dark pages elevated me in a way where I know who I am from the inside out. I know who I am without needing validation from outside sources. It's very much being aligned with your energy, making decisions from a place of alignment with yourself, like with your highest self. And having worked with so many different people have still healers, people, shamans, have put their projections on me. And I started to be lost. And when you are lost, you're going to find yourself. Being lost is a good thing. I was lost into who am I, searching for who am I. And when you truly discover who am I after having been in the jungle, you will find yourself. You will find yourself in a place where you are unshakable. No one can tell you something about you that you feel like is not true. No, you decide for yourself what is true for you. And I truly found that inside of myself. And I'm just so blessed and grateful. I have done that, and I have been through so much difficulty and struggle and pain, and I know that there is an easier way to heal these things. I was just lost trying to find solutions to heal, and trying to believe people who I thought could help me heal. And because my full-time job was healing for 2 years long. Like, every day I put all of my energy into trying to find solutions to help me heal, trying to find myself back, trying to heal my physical symptoms. And now I am at a place that it's very simple. Like, the solution is very simple towards healing. However, it needs to be understood. And that is truly my purpose coming up. Closing this video with explaining what I am doing right now, what my new purpose is, and how I am serving the world. At this moment, I am building a luxury holistic healing platform for you. A platform where you can log in and have the specific healing tools needed to heal the specific things in your life. And it's going to be very simple and sophisticated. You will be able to provide a platform with a challenge or problem you are facing. The solution will be provided in a way where you can get towards the result. Or you can provide the platform with a specific desire, and then the specific plan to get to that desire to heal will be provided for you to get to that specific result. I have always been a very result-oriented person because I am very much from A to B. Where is B and how can you get to B and how do you truly embody B? I'm very much about that. That's a wonderful thing. I am making music. That's my dream from I was a very, very small little girl. I always knew I could sing. However, I had always the fear of not being good enough. I'm actually singing now. I enjoy it so much, and it's going to be a wonderful album. And I will all keep you updated on all my social media platforms about how I'm doing that, what it's going to be. Also, there will be, I'm telling you this, yes, there will be a wonderful ready-to-wear and couture line. What I am doing is I am building a new luxury group. The luxury group is called the House of Lottie Bongers, and it's an umbrella group. And below the umbrella, there will all be luxury holistic healing companies, production companies, ready-to-wear, couture. We have the luxury holistic healing platform. This is endless. This is truly the new introduction of the new earth based on the story of Lottie Bongers, and I am so delighted to take you with me. And I'm so grateful you are watching this video and to take you with me in this journey. And I am so happy I can be honest about my healing journey. And I'm so grateful for your validation of me, listening to me, and being here with me, because we are all one. We are all experiencing the same feelings. And what if we could all bring these feelings together and validate those feelings, acknowledge those feelings, acknowledge ourselves, heal ourselves like from our heart, and truly bring so much light and joy to this world, and truly make your healing journey an enjoyable journey. Because if there is one thing I learned, is you do not have to suffer during your healing journey. Pain is pain. However, if you have the perspective of suffering, of feeling a lot of pain, then it truly becomes a very difficult journey. However, if you approach it from a very professional standpoint, if you approach it from a very sophisticated standpoint of love, light, trust, faith, knowing who you are, then it should not be difficult, my dear. It should be a journey of self-validation, self-trust, and self-worth. And you will truly get out of there like a new human being, like how you were actually born. You were born to make the impossible possible. You were born to truly move mountains, move universes. You can do anything that you have on your mind. And that's so true, and I get goosebumps when I say that. And these truths, embody them in yourself and let no one tell you what you cannot do. You decide for yourself what you can and cannot do. Now, this is the end of this video, whereby I told you more about my healing journey, about the things that I learned, and I will be creating more content on several platforms. I'm so grateful that you watched this together with me. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching.